When you look at how big SummerSlam has grown, basically, over a year, from what it was at the Staples Center to what it is at the Barclays Center this year, the one thing in WWE that puts it over the top is The Rock. I mean, this guy is the most famous guy in the world as of right now. He's making the best action movies in the world. Every once in a while, he graces with his appearance, whether if it's at WrestleMania or a random house show like what he did in Boston, or a Monday Night Raw like he did in Barclays about a year ago or so. I can't remember when the Rusev thing happened, but there was talk about basically maybe thinking of getting Rusev against The Rock at WrestleMania 31. How dumb were we? But, one thing or another, I think The Rock is going to be a part of SummerSlam 2015. There's a lot of rumors going around out there about The Rock being there. He won't answer the question straight out, but a lot of it is based off of the Roman Reigns interview, where I think that basically he would have got screamed at by Vince McMahon for putting this kind of attention on SummerSlam if it's for the wrong reasons, if The Rock isn't going to be there. Normally, Vince doesn't like to, inch towards something that's not, possible of happening. Maybe it's out there that maybe The Rock, is putting feelers out there. Maybe Vince is trying to put feelers out there for The Rock as well. But if you think about, the Royal Rumble in Philadelphia, which is a rowdy crowd like Brooklyn is, it didn't really go that well for The Rock. So I honestly was really surprised that he would show up at WrestleMania 31. I know that the boos were more for Roman than it was for The Rock. And at WrestleMania 31, of course, he was going to be out there with Triple H and Stephanie and Ronda Rousey. So, it's easy babyface material there for you. But you could tell that The Rock was pretty upset, and he basically took the rest of the night off when he did the WWE Network exclusive backstage segment with Roman Reigns talking about winning the thing. You could definitely tell that he was in joke mode. He really wasn't caring about what was going on. He was making jokes with the cameraman. He was making jokes with the fans that somehow walked onto the set where they were shooting this backstage deal. Basically, even Roman Reigns, nobody cared about what was going on. They knew that the night was a joke. Roman won. He was booed out of the building, and they got where they wanted to, with Roman becoming the #1 contender at WrestleMania 31. But it didn't really get over what they were trying to push down their throats. But I know that a lot of people are thinking that The Rock is going to be a part of WrestleMania 32. When they had the Rock do the Monday Night Raw thing with Rusev and he showed up, they thought they shot a backstage segment between him and Triple H, with them sort of challenging each other without challenging each other, talking about, the next time that they fought, if it was going to happen, was going to be in front of a big, huge stadium that was going to have 100,000 people in it. Wink, wink. Talking about Dallas Stadium. We're talking about AT&T Stadium, the home of the Dallas Cowboys. WrestleMania 32. I think that, honestly, you can look at them putting the building blocks of this together. WrestleMania 31 was them putting the first block down, with Rock showing up, Ronda Rousey being in the front row, basically Ronda attacking Stephanie after Stephanie had slapped The Rock in the face. Triple H just standing there like a goof, not knowing what to do. Here we are putting the second douse of fire onto this match. Out of the middle of nowhere, Seth Rollins is champion. He's back in the good graces of the Authority. Triple H and Stephanie, they've never really dumped Seth Rollins publicly, but they haven't really been together on television in a while. I don't know if that's because Seth Rollins has been able to stand on his own, and if he's able to get hated, they don't need Stephanie and Triple H there to rub it in a little bit more. Basically, over the last few weeks, Triple H and Stephanie have been coming out with Rollins. On Monday Night Raw this week, they came out there and they basically portrayed him as one of the greatest champions of all time. They told Rollins that if he won his match against John Cena at WWE Survivor Series and became the double champion holding both belts, they would get a WWE golden statue for the WWE headquarters in Stamford of Seth Rollins, basically like they have of the Ultimate Warrior, like they have of Bruno Sammartino, like they have of Andre the Giant. They would build one of these deals. But I think that honestly what the plan is as of right now is for Stephanie and for Triple H to get involved in the Cena versus Rollins match. At that point, The Rock would emerge. He is coming out to break up what Triple H's plan is. From there, maybe the match gets thrown out. Everybody's going so crazy they don't even realize they didn't get a finish to this match. Basically, Triple H is going to be furious that he wasn't able to pull one off and Rollins to get the victory, even though at the end of the day, Rollins would keep the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, which should have been his plan in the long run, but he wouldn't get the win of the factor. And then you build towards Triple H versus The Rock at WrestleMania 32. I know that there's talks of Ronda Rousey being involved in this somehow, and some people think that Ronda Rousey will be involved in the Hell in the Cell pay-per-view, which is in Los Angeles, where she sets up her home base, and she's at a lot of the PWG as well as WWE shows that are shown there when she's not in training. And that will be the next brick that adds towards WrestleMania 32. But I think The Rock's going to be there. I think The Rock's going to be involved in this World Heavyweight Championship Cena versus Rollins match. What do you guys think? It's right up around the corner. Let's get this done.